Yo, what's up y'all, and welcome to the Complete Castle 40v40 guide. This guide is geared to all players, from the new players who just watched the Castle Clutch video, to the reluctant sweats who don't want to play to get their quest this rotation. If any of my tips help you out, please make sure to drop a like and subscribe, because it really helps me out and I do appreciate it. Now, let's get into the video. One of the most important steps in early game bed breaking is choosing when the best time is to push an enemy bed. I personally spawned around a minute or so getting golden iron at the base so I can buy fireballs to counter bed defenders and players with bows. Everyone has different preferences when it comes to what to buy, so no single person really has the best strat for everybody, but I would recommend experimenting to see what works best for you, and just remember to play to your strengths and consider your weaknesses. For example, if you're less experienced or don't perform well under pressure, I would either rush quickly before they can get a defense placed, or wait a little longer and rush with potions. When attempting to break beds with emeralds, make sure to buy magic milk and try and drink your invis potion in around this stone, so your invis doesn't run out before you have time to break the bed. Lately though, people with tracers and ESP hacks have been a big problem, and the best way to counter them is by using streak powers. Streak points and streak powers are a castle exclusive feature. Streak powers can be used for many purposes, such as escaping a dangerous situation, dealing with campers, getting final kills, and breaking beds. You can access streak powers by right-clicking on your compass and opening the streak menu, or typing in the command /streak menu. Many of the streak powers aren't too useful besides teleporting you back to your base, so I'll be focusing on these three. Despite what you see in most castle clutches, Lone Wolf is the worst of the three. It costs 30 streak points and teleports you back to your base, as well as giving you a pack of wolves to fight for you. The wolves often can mess up fireball jumps and sometimes prevent you from placing blocks, especially when doing block-ins. Although the wolves are helpful in fights, Hot Floor is just a whole lot better without having Lone Wolf's drawbacks. The one thing that Lone Wolf has going for it is that it's a streak power that you can use the fastest, which makes it good for situations when only a split second stands between you and death. In this clip here, I get knocked off the map with a fireball and I attempted to use my Hot Floor streak power. I ended up getting kicked out of the menu, so as a last resort, I used Lone Wolf instead because I didn't have enough time to select a different streak power. The next streak power, Hot Floor, also teleports you back to your base and also spawns a ton of fire wherever you walk. The fire is very good at slowing down your enemies, as the fire tick will constantly be interrupting people's sprint jumping. In this clip here, I'm attempting to break this team's bed when this guy attacks me. They're able to get one hit off, but they get caught in by fire, so they can't catch up to me to get that second hit to knock me off the map. The Hot Floor ended up buying me enough time to break this bed and then proceed to get annihilated by the entire team and not win the game. The last one, Wither Rider, costs 60 streak points and spawns a wither for you to ride that constantly shoots fireballs. This can be very useful for getting pressure on the enemy team so your teammates can push and get resources in beds. My favorite use for the Wither is for breaking beds. Although you can't dismount the Wither like you would a horse, you can jump off the Wither by flying it into flowing water. Doing this despawns Wither, allowing you to hop off and break the bed. The Wither is especially good at countering ESPers because it gives you a free ticket to their bed defense since the ESPer can't bow you off the map. For the first minute of the game, the generator is always twice as fast. This is useful because you can get extra resources so that if you die, you won't have to wait to get more resources before going back out. Revisiting this clip here, notice when I try to streak out that I get kicked out of the streak menu. This sometimes happens when you use your compass to streak when you're low in the void. The best solution is to try and be as precise as you can. It won't kick you out of the menu if you don't miss the icons when using your streak power. If you have extra resources on you when you're out in the map, type in /banker. This will open a GUI that you can use to shift-click resources into a bank which all of your teammates can use. Castles can sometimes be a very laggy game, and oftentimes fireball jumps can lag you back into the void. To avoid this happening to you, when you're fireball jumping over gaps, try to utilize backwards fireball jumps because this will give you your best chance to not get lagged back. If you decide to go for diamond upgrades, try to avoid upgrading your forward until you at least have sharpness and protection. These upgrades help your teammates break beds and keep pressure on the enemy team. If you want more castle guides, make sure to comment down below. I'm one of the last castle YouTubers there is, so if you enjoy this game and my content, then please consider subscribing so we can keep castle alive as long as we can. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you later.